Final race of the night at Happy Valley. We finish off with the highest class and the longest distance as well. Class 2 contest, the final event. 1,800 metres is the trip. Headed by Insatiable. Wagner Borges is in the saddle, who was a course and distance winner last season. Elaine Charisma behind her leading star in his last 2 starts. Dances with Dragon, a course and distance winner 2 starts back. Apologies over the 1650. It was here at Happy Valley. Reliable team out of the Derby. He finished 5th. Amazing Beats was 8th in the Derby behind Golden 60. Enrichment, runner-up on his last 2 starts behind her leading star in London Horn. Righteous Doctrine off the all-weather. He's been favourite his last, 4-5 starts. And Tianchi Monster, who has won over this trip at Sha Tin. That was the last season, was behind London Hall, a long way behind him last time out. Elaine Charisma is the horse that's been up at Chung Far and back in the last month. He spent a fair bit of time up there all season, in actual fact. Made our way across the touchscreen to have a look at the key races in the speed map for this one as well, Mark, with a couple of question marks there. Richmond probably wouldn't want to be stuck out there, but easy go, easy win coming off the all-weather. Possible one to find the front, but not a great deal of pace predicted.
No, perhaps not, Andrew. Blinkers go back on easy go, easy win, who missed the start last time. So with the blinkers on, if he's sharper up out of the gates, he might find the front. Now in Richmond, hopefully Joe can do what he did on Simply Fluke from a wide draw and just weave in nicely behind them. Reliable team, Private Secretary, Insatiable, Righteous Doctrine, Harmony Hero, Amazing Beats, and then we've got Elaine Charisma, Tianchi Monster, Dances with Dragons and High Rev. And after my circles last week, I'm not touching that thing today. All
right. It might be Zach Burton and Neil Count at the back, maybe looking for a move with the slow pace predicted. Track work-wise, though, Paul, what have we got to look at?
We're going to see a horse coming back to his favourite track here, Elaine Charisma. Well, that's where his wins have been anyway. He likes it here at Happy Valley. He's drawn a bit awkward in 10, but he gets back, he runs on, and his work's been good. It wasn't a bad run at Sha Tin last time when he did run into the placings, so he's in good heart. I thought Private Secretary's an interesting runner because he's only been to Happy Valley once and he did win his race. He could be just a Happy Valley horse. I mean, his other 3 runs went through the 4-year-old series, so I've got Tony Cruz in quite a few of my selections, and hopefully he'll have a good night. And his reliable team. He ran really well on the Derby. It was a really good run from him, and we know he likes it here at Happy Valley, so he's going well. He's one of the leading chances, I think. He
certainly is. Yeah, we'll have a look at one of those runs at Happy Valley in a moment or so. Let's start off with another horse, though, out of the Derby, and that was Amazing Beats, and his trainer, Paul O'Sullivan.
Paul, Amazing Beats, this is his first run on Wednesday night since the Derby. What was your take on his run in the Derby?
Yeah, I think the points tallied up in the finish. You know, you're racing against horses that have got 25 more points than him, and that's just about how it panned out. I think he deserved his chance to be there, but he had every hope and just not at this stage up to it.
How's he been since then?
Yeah, he's been fine. He's good, tough horse, good constitution. So back to a class that suits him.
Back to a class that suits him, as you say. Also heading to Happy Valley for the first time. How do you think he'll handle the city track? He has trialled there before.
Yeah, he's trialled there very well, and he's come up with a good gait. And I think the addition of blinkers will be definitely a positive for him.
Is he a horse that just needs him to spark him up a little?
Yeah, I think he just rolled around in the Derby and sort of gawked his way around. And, you know, it certainly has sparked him up in his work, and I think he'll take that through to race day.
So what are your confidence levels like heading into Wednesday night with him?
Yeah, well, as I say, back in the right handicap, and you know, if you take away the Derby run, the fact that he's been around the Valley before, albeit in trials, good gait, blinkers on, yeah, I think he should race well.
Hasn't had too many starts this season. What are your plans for the last few months of the campaign? Could he go to a race like the Queen Mother Memorial, or is he just one you'd take through his grades?
Well, that would all depend on what he does on Wednesday night and where his handicap ends up, but you know, you want to be running very well Wednesday night to consider a race like that at this stage.
All right, great stuff. That's Ed and Paul talking about Amazing Beats. Let's have a look at some of the other main players, though, starting off with Elaine Charisma in here. And this is just basically how he runs his race. Needs a little bit of luck, tries to find some cover, and comes late. He's run well in his last couple of starts.
He has. Look, and they've been at Sha Tin as well. Look, we know he goes better at Happy Valley. He got a nice run through here, and the track was slightly off, I thought, this day as well. So he had a few things in his favour. He did hit the line nicely, but coming back to Happy Valley, I think, is a big positive. I've got him in the numbers. I think he's going well enough.
He loves Happy Valley and just got held up too. Butterfield was able to squeeze through and get up the inside. Helene Leading Star's gone on to win again since this race, so the form out of it's very good, and he was a little luckless at the top of the straight.
All right, so a big chance then for Helene Charisma. This is Dances with Dragon. Now, we're looking at his win 2 starts back, has run since, but there was a bit of authority about this performance.
Paul, you pointed out at the start after this on the all-weather, he was travelling coming to the turn and he'll never let down. Back to the Valley. He's only had a couple of starts for Casper. Similar sort of race. That's High Rev in front, and he's good over the last 150.
Yeah, it was a really nice run, wasn't it, from Dances with Dragon. He was ready to win. He's got barrier number 12. That's just the query I had with him. Is that pertinent aboard to offset that?
All right, so High Rev was run down that occasion. We can see High Rev again here, but Enrichment is the one that fares best. He finishes in second place ultimately here, just looking for him down there on the inside. The other ones to consider, High Rev ultimately finishes in seventh place, and Tianchi Monster hasn't really found his form so far this season.
Yeah, Tianchi Monster's well out of form at the moment. Richmond got the perfect run and ran nicely. Of the three, though, I think High Rev coming back to Happy Valley. He is a three-time winner at Happy Valley. And look, his last start, when he did run 30, was really well back behind Band of Brothers, which was a strong race as well. This is 2 starts ago for him. So I think High Rev, I'm taking out of this. Well, I know I am.
I like Enrichment, even from the draw. I know he's going to have to get a hell of a lot of luck to get somewhere decent, but Joe did it last week on Simply Fluke, so we're living on that at this stage. All
right, we're going to see High Rev again here in this race back at Happy Valley, but it's Harmony Hero who's the winner. Down there on the inside, ducks back to the rails. The other horses to keep an eye on. Reliable Team ultimately finishes in second place. This is before the Derby. High Rev closes off in seventh, and this is Dances with Dragon out wide here. This is before his win, though.
This is, sorry, Paul, before he changed stables to Dances with Dragon. I don't think we take anything from High Rev out of this race. He's gone on to much better things since then. Reliable Team's going to love coming back to Happy Valley, and Harmony Hero just got inside runs everywhere.
He did, didn't he? And look, he's only won the twice, Harmony Hero. I'm taking a Reliable Team out of this. I think the run of the Derby was superb, and I think he's back to some really good form.
OK, all right. So one more to look at then. And this is all-weather form then of Righteous Doctrine. I think it's interesting switching now to Happy Valley. All these wins have been on the dirt.
They have. He has, and he just really, his last sort of 6 starts or so, he has been running on this all-weather. He has won his last 2 over this distance, 1,800 metres. He's got a good draw, there's no question. It's just what he's like back on the turf. I think this is a really strong race, so I didn't put him in it there.
He was a bit Naboo Star before the wins, wasn't he? If there was bad luck to be found, he'd find it, and he's got the confidence up now. But again, I'd prefer him on the all-weather too. All
right, but he is a decent each-way price as well, though. Paul, in the last here, it's Enrichment who's favourite.
Yeah, look, I didn't put him in the end. I have gone with Reliable Team, though. He's a 3-time winner here. The horse is in good form at the moment, comes out of the Derby. I think he can win this. High Rev, I like him coming back to Happy Valley. Helene Charisma, likewise, coming back here. And look, Private Secretary is really interesting for me because he's 1 start, 1 win at the Valley, and he's coming back here now after going through the 4-year-old series. So 5, 8, 2, 3.
Such a good race. It's hard to narrow it down to 4. We'll stick with Enrichment, though, even from the wide draw. He's up in grade out of a Class 3 last time. He only dropped back down to Class 3 for 1 start, ran second behind London Hall, was second behind Helene Leading Star 2 runs ago. We'll need some luck. Joe's ridden him twice for a win and a placing. Dances with Dragons coming back to the Valley. He won a Class 3 2 starts ago and went to the all-weather after that. I think we forget the all-weather run. Amazing beats out of the Derby, and Helene Charisma with his record at Happy Valley, having had 15 starts. He's won 3 times here, and Blake Shin and John Moore combined. 9, 4, 7 and 2.
A very competitive race. The last, the market shows that as well. I'll stick with High Rev, though, in that final event. Now, as far as the stats are concerned, heading into the meeting, Paul, we're looking at Vincent Ho and Ricky Yu.
Haven't they both had great seasons? Here you can see they've had 10 wins, 4 seconds and a third together, from 31 runners with a 32% win rate. And Happy Good Guys will get he's got the draw, he should get the run to give him a really good chance here in race number 4.
All right, I'll be taking them on in actual fact with my best bet. But speaking of which, Paul, who do you like?
You don't like my one either. I'm going with the California Rad here. I just think he'll bounce back. Lame last time, blinkers on, fantastic trial, and looks ready to win. Perfect Harmony, up and trip, 16.50 for him. 4 start, he'll be peak fitness now, Vincent Ho aboard, and the play will be California Rad, Exceptional Desire, and Super Winner, 6, 8 and 11.
Best bet comes up early. Compassion Spirit gets a big turnaround on barrier and waits with Yi Chong Pegasus against him. I think he can win the race. Smart of Youth on the 1,200 metre luckless run so far. If he gets some luck from a good draw, Antoine can continue on his good start. And the Quinella Place is the play of the day. If the speed is expected in this race, it's going to set it up for Shoe Sun. Most Beautiful is going to be in the right spot, and Beauty Spark is consistent as they come.
All right, I'll go against the stats then with oversubscribed. Matthew Poon, David Hall, up in trip, oversubscribed. Might find the front, dictate things from there. And Wyndham Grass, I think he probably is looking for further, but as a result of that, it'll be a decent price and might range for a place there. Player of the day, Happy Good Guy, Shanghai Master, and oversubscribed. All right, that's Happy Valley done and dusted then for, we'll have the races, I suppose, first, but the tips are in. Wednesday night, getting excited though about Champions Day week on Sunday. Beauty, Gorin 60, still up in the air whether he'll run or not.
Let's hope he does.
Yeah, I hope he does
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
2,000 metres they're looking at, aren't they? So
Yeah.
horses coming out of the Derby have got good record in that race.
All right, I'm sure we'll get a decision next couple of days. That is the show though. Thanks for watching. On behalf of Paul, Mark and the rest of the team, hope we'll see you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We will be racing to win.